Hello, I'm Stephanie and welcome to my home. Today is the first practice in my series, Nurture. What could be more nurturing than power yoga? Just getting your body moving and maybe doing a light workout, breaking a small sweat, just to do something good for your body, to get it out of its normal routine that keeps you stiff and stressed maybe. So today we're just doing a little bit of power yoga. It's actually still pretty gentle. I believe anybody could do this. We won't even be standing up. We're going to be doing it all on the floor. Just gentle crunches and gentle movements that just strengthen and nurture our body. So let's get started. So meet me down here on the mat in a comfortable seated position. And we're just going to start with some gentle breathing. Just begin to set our intentions for this gentle workout. You can place your hands on your lap or maybe at your heart, whatever you need to be mindful about where you're putting your hands today. So close your eyes, take a deep inhale. And then exhale slowly out of your nose. Inhale. And exhale. And as you find steadiness and rhythm in your breathing, I want you to think on these words that I'm going to share with you. Or you can even repeat them in your head or out loud to yourself. I treat my body to the things that make me glow from the inside out. And say no to the things that suck my energy. So important. All right, and when you're ready, we're going to meet in child's pose. So you can take child's pose sort of wide-legged, or you can put your belly over your thighs, whichever child's pose you find most comfortable. If you're comfortable placing your hands in front of you with your arms long, I welcome you to do that. Nice gentle stretch in your back. And breathe, focusing your breath on your lower back, that lower back part of your lungs. And feel your lower back expand. And as you exhale, just let go and allow your body to melt. I'm setting the intention to bring movement and nourishment to our bodies through this practice today. You are more than welcome to set your own intentions coming to the mat at this time. Bringing your arms or your hands under your shoulders, gently push yourself up and come to a tabletop position. Maybe do a little gentle hip sway, loosening up our hips. As you breathe in, roll your shoulders away from your ears, drop your belly, heart forward, bringing your gaze forward. Nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, drawing your spine, rounding it, bringing your belly button up, kind of squeezing your abs for cat. And then inhaling, dropping our belly, heart forward for cow. Exhaling, rounding the spine into cat. And inhaling, coming into cow. Do a couple of these at your own pace. Beautiful. Good. Place your right hand, fingers wide, just a little bit to the center. Doesn't have to be all the way, just for balance, finding balance here. And bring your left arm up, gently reaching up to the sky, bringing your gaze up with it. And then swooping your left arm down and threading it underneath your right and reaching. And then bringing it back up to the sky. And then threading it back down through. I'm going to do that one more time. Reaching your arm up. Now threading it through, and this time we're going to place our arm and then our shoulder and then our cheek to the mat. Your right arm can be in front of you. You can take a bind and bring it behind you. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Good. Using your right hand, push yourself back up. Reach up your left arm one more time. And then bring it back down to the mat. Now we're going to go to our right side. So finding that balance in your left hand. Now reaching your right arm up. Looking up with it. And threading it underneath your left arm. And then reaching your arm up. Looking there. And threading it through one more time. Reaching up. And threading it through. And then placing your arm, your shoulder, and then your cheek down to the mat. You can also reach your left hand forward and get another different kind of stretch in your back there. Good. Using your left hand, push yourself back up. Reaching your right arm up one more time. And then placing it back down on the mat. Okay. So now we're going to bring our right foot back. You might want to find a focal point right on the floor, at your gaze on the floor straight, because we're going to do a little balancing here. So bringing your left knee in just a little bit to find more balance. Reach your right leg back. Keep your foot flexed. Bring your right leg straight up and back behind you. Okay, we're still in our tabletop. Your leg should be like parallel, nice straight back and straight down to your heel. And then, if you're comfortable, you do not have to do this part, but if you're comfortable, I want you to bring your left arm up, keeping that gaze for balance. And your left arm is straight out in front of you like you're reaching for something. And now we're going to pulse. So either with your arm up or with it down, you can still pulse your leg. And we're going to pulse up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Go ahead and put your hand back down to the mat. You can even bring your knee back down, maybe shake it out. Okay, we are going to go back to that. Okay, so if you brought your knee down, go ahead and put it back. Bring your leg straight back again. And then this time, we're going to bring your knee in. So we're going to bend your knee and bring it in towards your chest and rounding in the spine like you're going to touch your nose to your knee. You don't have to touch them. Just bring your nose and knee. And then bringing your legs straight back. And then bringing your knee, bending your knee, and then rounding in the spine, but bringing your knee this time to your elbow. And then bringing it straight back. And now bending your knee into your chest, rounding in the spine, and bringing your knee to your opposite elbow. And then bringing your legs straight back. Now we're going to do that quickly. Ready? Bending your knee, bringing it into your nose. Straightening out your leg. Bringing it to your elbow, straightening out your leg, bringing it to your opposite elbow, straightening out that leg, and bring it back down to the mat and shake it out. Whew, I'm feeling that. Should be feeling it in your glutes and your thighs. You'll definitely, good burn there. And then doing the same on your right side. So bring your right knee into the center just a little bit to help you with balance. Bring your left leg straight back and up behind you. Foot flexed. You might have to adjust your left hand. Finding that focal point on the mat below you. And when and if you're comfortable, bring your right arm up, extending it up and straight out like you're reaching for something. And then we're going to pulse up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring everything back down and rest. Shake it out. Whew. Okay, bring that right leg up and back again. And this time, we're going to bend your knee and to bring it to your chest. Again, like you're trying to touch your knee to your nose. Crunch. And then bring it back, straight back. Now bending your knee, rounding in that spine, touching your knee to your elbow, and straight back. And then bringing your knee back to your chest, going to the opposite elbow, and bringing it straight up and back. Now let's do that quickly. So knee to nose, straight back. Knee to elbow, straight back. And knee to opposite elbow, straight back. And bring your knee back down to the mat. Shake it out. Whew, good job. All right, go ahead and sit back on your knees. Oh, so something I forgot to mention. If we're on our knees and your knees are bothering you, please use a folded blanket. Put under your knees. So that your knees can be protected and more comfortable. We will be spending some more time on our knees today and our bottom, so you may want to pause and go get a blanket. Right now, we need our yoga blocks. If you do not have yoga blocks, don't worry. Anything can be turned into a block. You could use pillows. You could use books. And they don't even have to be this thick. Just something to get a little bit of leverage if you're comfortable. So right now, we're going into melting heart. And so I'm going to place my blocks. My arms are a little longer. You might not have to do this if your arms are shorter. And Butters is kind of in the way. Excuse me, buddy. Thank you. My little yoga partner. So we're going to come up into sort of our tabletop position here. Okay. And go ahead and bring your hands to your blocks or on the mat, wherever you're comfortable. You can always take this pose, even with a chair. It's such an easy pose to modify. Okay, so our hands are a little bit wider than our mat, or wider than us. And take a deep breath in, and begin, as you exhale, to bring your chest, your forehead, or your chin to the mat. And when you breathe in, you're going to breathe in between that shoulder blade space, between your two shoulder blades, and feel that expand. And as you exhale and you bring your chest to the mat, you're going to feel those squeeze together. We're really working that shoulder space, loosening it up, stretching it out, just expanding. Your knees and hips should be parallel with each other. Bring your hands to the center of your mat. So bring them off the blocks if they're on blocks or books. And then you can push with your hands safely up. And just kind of roll. Maybe do a couple cat-cows here and just massage your spine and those muscles you just stretched out a little bit. Good. All right, so now you may want to grab that blanket or towel, folded towel, something for your knees if you need to. If your knees don't bother you, you should be okay. We're going to sit in hero's pose. So hero's pose is kind of sitting back on our feet and our legs with our knees bent. If this bothers you, you're more than welcome to sit in cross-legged easy pose, because you can do all of that right here, just like in heroes. So we are going to do something called shoulder strengthening. So we just stretched out our shoulders a little bit, loosen them up, and now we're going to strengthen them. So bring your right arm up. Okay, and when you do this, the sensation you're going to feel should be here and here. You should feel this area sort of tighten up a little bit, okay? We're strengthening those tiny muscles that get weak from sitting still or even excessive movements. So your right arm is straight out. Your left palm is going to be a support to your right arm. And you're going to use your arm and press gently. Give it about 20%, not pressing as hard as we can because we might hurt ourselves. And you're going to press your arm into your hand. Your hand isn't doing any work. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you should feel that right here. Not here, sorry, but right here, okay? And if you don't feel it, maybe just press a little bit more, or maybe that means you're using your hand when you shouldn't be. We're going to do it 2 more times, and pressing your arm into your hand for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Kind of shake it out. And then press 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. Bring your arm down. You just shake it out just a little bit. Good. And now we're going to go to our left side. So bring your left arm up. Same thing. You're going to press your left arm into your right hand. Your right hand isn't doing any of the work, and you're going to feel that right here. Feel it tense up. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. And bringing it back, press 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. And press for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good. Now shake it out a little bit. Now inhale, reaching your arms up. And exhale, twisting to your right. Just a gentle twist. Don't force it. You can bring your right hand down behind you, left hand at your thigh. Looking over your shoulder. Inhale, reaching up, coming back to center. And exhale, twisting to the left. Bring your left hand behind you, right hand at your thigh. Good. Inhale, arms up back to center. And exhale, bringing your arms down. Inhale, arms up, but we're going to come to a T. So our arms are spread wide at our sides. We're just going to gently do little circles counterclockwise. So we're bringing our hands behind us. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Now go the other way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. And let your hands fall to your side. So we've done a lot of shoulder work today. Hopefully your shoulders are feeling good. And breathing, reach your arms up. And bring your right hand down to your side or down to the floor. And reach up and over with your left hand, maybe turning your body a little to look up at the ceiling or looking in front of you. Feeling that nice stretch in your side. Inhale, coming back to center, arms up. And exhale, bring your left hand to the floor, reaching your right arm up and over. You can look up at the ceiling or in front of you. Focusing your breath to that right side. Good. Coming back to center, you can let your arms fall to your side. Bring your hands and place them on opposite shoulders for a nice bear hug. And we're going to just hold ourselves here and then gently reach our elbows up. Just gently. Feeling a nice little shoulder stretch there. Very gentle shoulder stretch for those shoulders that we just worked on. Good. Exhale, bringing your arms back down to your side. Good. You shouldn't need a blanket for this, but you can put it under your bottom if you're on a hard floor. So we're going to come down to our bottoms. I'm going to go bring your legs wide. They don't have to be super wide, but just bringing our legs wide. Sitting up, straight, tall spine, crown is reaching up to the sky. And begin to fold forward just a little bit. We're not trying to get our bellies to the floor by any means. And when you're at a comfortable spot, go ahead and reach your hands and your arms in front of you. Just with every exhale, just gently just sinking into that stretch a little bit more. Now walk your hands over to your right side, maybe grabbing your calf, your ankle, or your toes. And just feeling that nice stretch right here. If you're comfortable, you can reach your arm up and over. If you're like, no way, don't worry. Good. And relax. Bringing your hands back to the floor, walking them back to center, pausing when you get to center. Deep inhale, sinking into it just a little bit further with your exhale. And then walk your hands to the left, reaching for maybe your calf, your ankle, or your toes. And just feeling that stretch right here in your side. Good. And bring your hands back to the floor, walking them back to the center, and just pausing here one more time. Deep inhale. As you exhale, just letting go. Good. Walk your hands back as you bring your body back up and your torso back up. Now bring your feet together. So your knees are bent, your feet are touching together. And find a position that's comfortable enough. So either your feet can be out here, they can be close to you, wherever you're comfortable, so that you can have a nice tall spine here. And you have balance. I don't want you to fall over either. So finding your balance. And go ahead. We're going to bring our fists underneath our knees. Like this. This is kind of like what we did with our arms. Our fists aren't actually doing anything. They're just supports. But you're going to press your knees not as hard as you can, but press your legs and your knees into your fists. And you should feel some tightening, not tightening, but you should feel the tension here and here, just a nice pull. You should feel your muscles activated in those spots. So fists are under knees, and we're going to press 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. This is called strong butterfly. And press 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Checking on your spine, making sure you're not hunched forward. Go ahead and keep, maybe if you need to, readjust. And pressing your knees into your fists for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, and rest. Good. Bring your knees together. So go ahead and move the meat under your sit bones so your bottom's nice and flat on the floor. Your legs are bent and your feet are flat on the floor in front of you. Find a nice tall spine, shoulders rolled away from the ears. Go ahead and grab the back of your thighs and gently begin to lean back, checking your shoulders, making sure they're not hunched. Now, if you're comfortable, you can release your arms or your hands from your thighs and bring your arms straight back behind you. And you can stay here. And we're going to do some crunches in our boat. This is boat pose. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring your legs up. You can bring one leg up. You can alternate legs. That's perfectly fine. Or you can bring them up together. So in our boat pose, we're going to lean back, really engaging the core, and then we're going to come up. And I like to use my arms as oars, and they just help with balance, and they kind of help with this process. So squeezing your abs, coming down just a little bit further, and coming up. So if you're up here, your legs come out a little bit, and you just elongate your boat. And you're rowing your boat. So let's do for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, and feet on the floor and rest. Whew, good job. You did it. That wasn't easy. All right, and so we're going to come down to the floor. So just like in your boat, feet flat on the floor. Actually, I'm going to invite you to drink some water with me, because we've been working our butts off. All right. So we're back into our position where we would get into boat. Our feet are flat on the floor. Our hands are behind our thighs. We're gently using our core for stability, really focusing on that. Coming down slowly to the mat. Good. Okay. And here, bring your heels to the base of your bottom. Hands are flat on the floor. Your shoulder blades, go ahead and tuck them a little deeper underneath you. And we're going to pulse. So this isn't our normal bridge. So we're set up for bridge pose. So we're going to inhale, squeezing your bum, drawing your hips to the sky. But then we're going to pulse. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your bottom back down to the floor. And now we're going to do a wide-legged bridge. So bring your feet about as wide as your mat. Bring your knees together. And we're going to do the same thing. So squeezing your bum. Draw your hips up to the sky. And we're going to pulse. So for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your hips back down to the floor. And then bring your feet together. And then bring your knees wide. Feet are still flat on the floor. Squeezing your bum, drawing your hips up to the sky. And pulse. Squeezing your bum. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gently bring your bum back to the floor. Good. All right, knees back together. Okay. You have done awesome. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. Grabbing onto either your elbows or your wrists or your hands. Maybe just swaying back and forth a little bit. Giving your lower back a little massage. This was a lot of work today, and you did it. So definitely give yourself some gratitude. Give yourself some grace this wasn't easy yoga by any means today. So be grateful for what your body can do. And when you're ready, begin to find your Savasana. Whether your legs are flat on the floor in front of you, or your knees are bent with your feet wide on the mat and your knees touching, or using a bolster for support. Whatever your Savasana looks like, find it now. And close your eyes. Let your hands go limp at your side. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. I'm holding the space for you so you can let go and relax. I'll let you know when we can come back. Bring attention back to your breath with a nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. Begin to wiggle your toes and roll your ankle from side to side. Begin to wiggle your fingers while rolling your wrists from side to side. And then reach up and back behind you. Nice, deep, good morning stretch. And when you're ready, roll over to one side. And use your hands to draw yourself up, to push yourself up and come to a seated position. Once you've found your seated position, breathing in, nice deep inhale as you reach your arms up, palms together, and slowly bring your hands down, stopping at your heart center. It was an honor to share this practice with you today. You have no idea how much I appreciate you and your being here. The light in me sees and honors the light in you, and the world needs your light. So go shine on. Namaste. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. And be good to your body. Drink lots of water.